Yeah, so hi guys, this is Shadow Girl Sherry. I made it, I made it, I made it. Um, Again, I'm gonna say it again. I find myself saying this a lot. And I don't want to start out by apologizing and all that because I'm trying to show up for you all and for myself as much as I can. It's just it's just all about finding a balance. Finding a balance. I think we all find times where we just find ourselves to be busy. But I'm gonna jump into this live. Okay, so it's been a little bit since I've had a chance to go live. I want to start out by saying that I'm so excited to go live again with you guys. It today is today, tonight, whatever you want to call it. Today is Saturday, June. Oh, isn't this terrible? Isn't this terrible? Is it? And it's been this way all day. Is it? You know what, guys? I'll start out by just saying that. Like, if you're gonna come and join me tonight, is today like? I think it's either the 13th. Today's the 13th. I apologize. Today is the 13th because tomorrow we are having the new moon, and the new moon falls under the sign of Gemini. And guys, I Shadow Girl Sherry am a Gemini, so today's the 13th. And oh man, I don't want to go too far into it because I thought about it earlier today when I woke up. We are we fell one day short. Okay, yesterday was the Friday the 12th, but today we have Saturday the 13th, and today's the 13th. So if we had the 13th yesterday, then we would have had a Friday the 13th. And if you're into spirituality and all that, you may already know that. And if you're watching this, mostly you're into spirituality. Come on now. But if you're into spirituality, you probably already know that, they try to make it seem like Friday the 13th is such a bad thing. But if you're into spirituality, then you already know, or you've heard that, the new idea, I'll say, that Friday the 13th really isn't a bad day at all or whatever. But anyhow, I don't want to get into all that. Today is Saturday the 13th, okay, of June. And with that being said, I just want to say that I'm excited to be joining you guys. I've been busy with this, that, and the third, but I'm here with you guys. So, but I do have to go back a little bit and go back and talk about what the last full moon was. And because guys, the last time I went live, I didn't get to finish up with all the information that I had come up with you guys for that night. Okay. And the last time I went live was on the full moon that we had on the last day of May. Now, we had two full moons in the month of May. And the first full moon, when you have a second full moon when you have two full moons in 1 month, the second full moon is called a blue moon. Okay. And I'm going to be going through my notes and I'll be telling you a little bit about that. But basically, I had a pretty good amount of information last time and I didn't get to finish all the information because it got late and my phone was about to die and all that. But guys, I'm back joining you guys again. And I had to find a way to come in and sneak back in and say what's up to you guys because I'm still talking about something that's already happened, really. But I found a way to bridge it over. Okay. Now, I'll start out again by saying again, I go by the name Shadow Girl Sherry. My channel Sunset Songs is all about my personal journey with the law of attraction. If you're watching this video right now, if you're hearing the sound of my voice, then most likely you already know what the law of attraction is. The law of attraction is the idea that like attracts like. When you are thinking positive thoughts, hanging out with positive people, doing positive things, taking positive actions towards your goals, then it's so said that through the law of attraction, you would be attracting the positive things back in your life. On the other hand, if you are thinking negative thoughts, you're hanging out with people that are always focusing on the bad things in life, always, talking about the negative. We all know them, the Debbie Downer, the Nancy Negative, whatever. Then if you're hanging out with negative people, you are constantly talking about bad things and all that, and you get the idea. Then with the negative and all that, you would be attracting the negative back in your life through the law of attraction. It works either way. My idea is, I will say that definitely know that it is a world of duality. But the idea here is when negative things come our way, the idea is here on my channel is we're trying to transmute it. Okay. So with that being said, I have to tell you another thing about my channel. Okay. My channel is called Sunset Songs. With that being said, I always, before I decide to go live, or make a video, for the most part, I try to come up with something that I call a sunset song. What is a sunset song? If you haven't watched any of my other videos before, a sunset song is basically, I try to, whatever subject, whatever I'm going to be talking about for that, what I'll say, call episode to my channel, Sunset Songs, whatever I'm going to be talking about for that particular live or video or whatever, I try to think of a song that is tailored around whatever the subject matter is going to be. And with that being said, when I went live the last time, which was on, again, the last day of May, we had a second full moon, which it became with the second full moon, in 1 month, it became what's known as a blue moon. Okay. The song that I came up with, I just got to run it down through the line for you for a little bit and let you know about everything. And I don't want to appear to be tongue-tied and all that, but guys, it's been a while since I've been on. What I was talking about the last time, the full moon that we had, the very last full moon that we had, fell under the sign of Sagittarius. And when it comes to Sagittarius, every zodiac sign corresponds with a particular planet. Now, the planet that Sagittarius aligns with is Jupiter. And if I'm not mistaken, Jupiter is the largest planet. Okay. So with that being said, Jupiter, when you're working with Jupiter and that kind of energy, it's about expansion. Okay. It's about expansion of whatever. We're thinking about, you might want to think about wealth. You think about money. I also say that, the days of the week also correspond with different planets. Okay. And the day of the week that corresponds with, Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, is Thursday. So guys, maybe I tried to find the time to, finish this live up, have this part 2 on Thursday. It didn't work out that way. It's Saturday, and guys, I'm going to have to apologize again. I'm so sorry. But basically the idea is, if you want to come and hang out with me tonight, I want to thank you so much. It's a Saturday night. This is obviously, my channel's about spirituality and all that. I'm going to go back to the same song that I talked about the last time, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I picked that song and all that. But guys, I hope that, I can't wait to see, I'm always excited to see how many people join me for my lives at the end of the video, once the video is over with, and all that. And, I definitely understand that when it comes to TikTok, at least, it's or any, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. It's all about consistency, but we can't help sometimes that life is what happens when we're making other plans. And there have been good things that have come my way. And then there have been things like, I don't know, a curveball. And it's like, where in the world did that come from? Where did that come from? But anyhow, with that being said, I've laid all that down. But when you think about Sagittarius energy, again, the last full moon that we had fell under the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled, it corresponds with the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is all about expansion. When you think about expansion, when I think about expansion, I think about the things that I want to expand. If you are doing negative things and all that, then I guess you're asking for the expansion of the negative. Okay. And, I don't know who would want that. But when I think about expansion and I think about Jupiter, and again, that Thursdays align with Jupiter energy, I'm going to be thinking about wealth. I'm going to be thinking about good health. I'm going to be thinking about the type of relationships that I want to grow and expand in my life and in the ways that I want those relationships to grow. Okay. So just want to give you that idea that when Thursdays come around, hey, you can work with the energy of Jupiter. Okay. But for tonight, I just want to thank everybody, anyone who's coming to hang out with me tonight, because but I wanted to close this information down because tomorrow night we're having a new moon that falls under the sign of Gemini, guys. And that's pretty special to me because, again, if you've watched any of my other videos, I've said it a lot of times. Eyeshadow Girl Sherry, I am a Gemini. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to come up with some information for tomorrow night, but I'm not going to promise anything. I just decided that tonight for Saturday night, I wanted to come and close the last little bit of information that I had from the last video. Okay. And with that being said, I want to explain a little bit to you what you're looking at. Again, I've already said that Jupiter aligns with the energy of Sagittarius. The last full moon that we had fell under the sign of Sagittarius. Now what you're looking at, you see the centaur in the scene that I've set up for you guys. And the centaur, or you might want to think about the archer. The archer is the symbol that goes along with Sagittarius. And it just so happened that right a little bit, maybe a day or right before that full moon, the main day for that full moon came upon us. I had come across the idea where somebody had just said the words, land among the stars. And when I heard the words land among the stars, I'm like, wait a minute. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that, okay, I knew that full moon was coming, but I was just going to work the energy for myself. I just didn't really have anything to deliver to you guys and a message to bring to you. But then out of nowhere, someone had said land among the stars. And so that made me think, I'm like, wait a minute, land among the stars. Okay. The full moon that's coming up is going to be under the sign of Sagittarius. It made me think about the archer, the symbol that goes along with Sagittarius. And I thought about, that saying, and it's here in my notes and I'll have to find it, but the saying is something like, shoot for the moon. Now, guys, does anybody know what I'm talking about? Has anybody heard this saying? It's something like shoot for the moon, and the idea is take a chance, because as long as you shoot for the moon, you're going to land among the stars. And for the last, when I, make a long video, and when I say a long video, that's basically a live, I have a tendency to go over an hour. And when you go live on TikTok and your video goes beyond an hour, you can't upload that video on TikTok, because obviously TikTok is all about ticking and talking and saying what you got to say and get in and get off, because it's kind of like, I know that attention spans are getting shorter and shorter. Okay. And that's how TikTok came about. Okay. So, but when I go live, I don't have a hard time, talking and, because I come up with a lot of information and, I like to talk anyway. I'm a Gemini. So, so when I go live and then after I make the live and it's gone over an hour, then I'll make clips from the live and I upload those later. And with that being said, the last time that I went live, after I went live, and a lot of times after I go live, I'll make a clip. And then if I have like other pictures and things that I've taken or whatever, because I like to include art and my own like personal touch into my videos, so on and so forth. I'll add like pieces like, I'll write up things and I'll include it in the clip. And in the last, for that particular clip for Land Among the Stars, and I think here on TikTok and even on YouTube, I put the clip, like how I titled the clip was maybe Sagittarius or something like that. I included a little bit of artwork, or maybe not artwork, but it was just something that I had written out with, my own personal touch in my own handwriting. And with that being said, I included the saying, shoot for the moon, and, when you shoot for the moon, you'll land among the stars. And I also included, there were different people who said that they came up with that, and, they're like known for it. Right. And hopefully I'm going to find that here in my notes, but I'm not going to say, I don't know. There's a certain spot that I'm going to start from tonight, and I got to hurry up and get there because, I want to close this down tonight. But I want you guys to know where I'm coming from and what you're looking at. And basically, when you are into spirituality, and again, my channel is all about my personal journey with the law of attraction and spirituality. When you get into spirituality and the law of attraction and all that, and I'll even say, some people think that kind of look at, the law of attraction as witchcraft. Well, I'll say, to make you feel more comfortable, if you don't like saying like witchcraft, because I'll quickly also say, I've said it in a lot of my other videos, that I like working with the elements of nature. I love a full moon and all these different things. But at the same time, I never said that I don't believe in God, because I do. Okay. But with that being said, I also know that depending on what family you were raised in, what part of where you were raised, like what part of the world or whatever, different people may, call that God, like source energy, or they just believe in something else. Okay. I have a respect for the fact that, if I had been born somewhere else, or I come from another family or whatever, then I may think something different. Okay. But my idea is I'm going to try my best to, if you join the live, I'm going to try to make you feel as comfortable as possible. And obviously, if you've joined the live, there must be something that I'm saying that you agree with as well. Or maybe, I don't want to say that we're going to have like an argument, but maybe there's going to be a little bit of a debate, because my channel's about being positive. So I hope all that makes sense. So with that being said, when you think of the law of attraction, or you think about witchcraft, to make you feel more comfortable, if you don't like saying witchcraft, I'll say witchcraft as in, which way do you want to go? And even in this picture, this scene that I have set for you guys to look at tonight and focus in on, there's two different paths. And you see the centaur is on the centaur is on the left part of the screen. And, the woman that is standing in for me, Shadow Girl Sherry, she's on the right. Okay. But with that being said, my idea, to make you feel more comfortable, if you want to say witchcraft, look at it this way. Which way do you want to go? Do you choose to look at life like when you wake up in the morning, like you're going to go down this path of, okay, I'm so thankful that I woke up this morning. What wonderful things could happen to me today? Or are you the type where you're constantly waking up on the wrong side of the bed, and you're thinking, oh man, I woke up and, oh man, this is so dreaded and whatnot. I mean, not everybody woke up this morning. Okay. So that's my idea. And when I think about magical thinking, to me, waking up is magical. Okay. And the thought is, what wonderful things can happen to me today. Like it's a big universe. There's so many different ways that, your desires could manifest into your life. So I'll leave it at that. Okay. so I'll work with that now. The sunset song. Okay, the last time I went live, the song that I came up with for that live, being that I was talking about the energy of Sagittarius, and I was thinking about the Archer. Again, I'll say that there was someone that had said, the saying, shoot, it's something like shoot for the moon. And when you shoot for the moon, basically the idea is you're taking a risk. And when you take a risk and you're thinking the positive thoughts and all that, you take a risk, you shoot for the moon, no matter if you make it all the way up to the moon, even if you don't make it to the moon, you're still going to land among the stars because you focus so high. Okay. And, high in the sky. And that's my idea. Someone had said that. And again, even though I wasn't thinking that I wanted to go live for that particular full moon, I was going to use the energy kind of for myself, and I was going to work, whatever I wanted to do, work the energy for myself. But when someone said that, it made me think, okay, wait a minute. It just made me think about the symbol that goes along with Sagittarius, which is the Archer, and it made me think of the Centaur. Okay, so when that came to my thoughts, I'm like, okay, now a sunset song just came into my mind. Okay. And what was the sunset song that just came to my mind? Guys, there was a song, it was made in I have it here in my notes. It was maybe the late 80s, early 90s. There was a group that went by the name After Seven. Okay. And they had a song that was called Ready or Not. Okay. And the song is so beautiful. I'm going to be reading from my notes, so I'll read the lyrics for you. That's a new thing that I've added when I go live. I look up the lyrics, and then I don't sing the lyrics because you wouldn't want to hear me sing. You wouldn't want to hear me sing. But I can read the lyrics to you, and then these words are beautiful. But when I thought about that saying, land among the stars, it made me think about this song, because in this song, when I read the lyrics, you're going to know why. There's things that they're saying it's a love song, and basically they're saying, ready or not, I'll give you everything. And my idea was to take the love song and say it's like the universe is saying that I love you so much that won't you take the risk and think the highest thoughts? What is it that you want? What is it that you want right now in this moment of, the Sagittarius energy and that Jupiter energy? What do you want to see expand? What are you shooting for? What do you want? And basically the universe is so expansive and it's so big. It has the rain, it has the moon, it has the stars, it has the mountains, it has flowers, it has everything. So who are you to think that the universe can't deliver it to you? That was my idea. That's what it made me think of. And I worked it from there. And I had this crazy synchronicity, guys, and this is no lie. You can go ahead and take a look at the video that comes to the song Ready or Not. And right now I'm looking at the time, it's 9:36. That number right there, it's 9:36 p.m. Guys, a lot of times when I look at numbers, it makes me think about other things like, okay, 936 corresponds with one of the chakras. It would either have to be like the hertz, the frequency. It would either be the third eye or the crown chakra. Okay, go look it up. It's just something that I thought of as soon as I saw the number and the time 9:36. That's just the way my mind works. And it's all because I've gotten into spirituality and all that, and it's expanded. Once you get into it, and all that, just my thoughts and expansion. I'll just say that. But guys, when it comes to that song and the Centaur and just the idea that started to come into my mind, it was so funny because I had this crazy synchronicity. I'm like, okay, I'm thinking of this song Ready or Not by After Seven. And when I go and I look up the original video that goes to the song Ready or Not by After Seven, one of the comments that is made, you can leave comments on YouTube. That's where I was, I was going to listen to the song and, see the video. one of the comments, I'd like to go down and read the comments, see what everybody else is feeling about the song and all that. And under one of under the video within the comments, someone had made a comment, and their avatar, like, the picture that, is there for them, like the avatar, it was a centaur. It was a centaur. And I'm like, wow, like, what's the chances? Like, I'm not the only one that, obviously, somebody that has the avatar, like, for their picture, a centaur, they thought of this song and they liked the sound and whatever of the song, obviously, and they came and they listened to the song, and the time that they were leaving their comment, they left a comment, and it basically just said, who's here, in 2025. And guys, it was the very last day of 2025 is when they left the comment. And so that was, obviously, we were in a transition period right there. We're moving from the year, which was the year of the snake, into the year now of the fire horse. And there's another synchronicity. So guys, I hope you get what I'm saying. And I'm also going to say this, that I changed up the picture, what you're looking at, to make this the part 2 for you, to deliver this idea to you, and expand from that energy of the full moon that we had, the second full moon that we had in May. And now we are going, moving from that energy and that expansion and all that, and the arrow and all that. We're now working, tomorrow night is going to be the full moon, or a new moon, a new moon in the sign of Gemini. I'm just working it all together. But I hope you get what I'm saying. Like, when you start to get into spirituality and all this different stuff, you just start to see all these patterns, and there's always something that you can work with. So I just hope that you get what I'm saying. And basically, I want to say that I had to find a way to make it, the same idea, but make it a part 2. Like, we already had the part 1. Now I'm going to make it a part 2. The way that I did this is, when you're looking at this, the centaur, I changed the centaur. Now, guys, Shadow Girl Sherry, I'm saying that my connection is unstable. Maybe I need to hold still and whatever. I do apologize if it broke up a little bit, guys. And again, I want to thank everybody who's joined me. I don't want to lose my train of thought. I am a Gemini, and that happens to me so quickly. I see a Jacqueline Fritz, I believe. It's a little bit shadowy here, but has joined me. I see a J Dub has joined me. I see a Jacob Freyhenner. Guys, I apologize if I pronounce your name wrong or whatever. You get what I'm saying. I see a Tu Vang. Guys, either way, I want to thank you all for joining me tonight, because again, I'm talking about something that has already happened, but I want to remind you that you can work with this stuff whenever you want. Definitely, I'm going to say it quickly again, Jupiter, Sagittarius aligns with the planet Jupiter. If you want to work with the planet Jupiter and like really with the concentrated energy of it, and it's not like a full moon or a new moon in Sagittarius, then you want to work with it on Thursday, because Thursday is the day that aligns with the planet Jupiter. And the planet Jupiter is all about expansion and all that. So you can come back and watch this video whenever you want, but to me, the energy is very potent, obviously on a new moon or full moon in Sagittarius, or obviously on a Thursday, because Thursdays align with Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet that corresponds with Sagittarius. Okay, guys, it's a lot. But I want to say that I just want you to know what you're looking at. The last time when I went live, I wanted to bring you the part 2. The centaur was, when I came up with this, the scene and everything, please don't be offended, because it's nothing like that. I try to make sure that everybody feels comfortable. The last time the centaur was Caucasian, okay? This time I decided for the part 2, I would make the centaur African American. And I will say that this song, Ready or Not, is by After Seven. The group, they're an African American group, okay? And but again, I want everybody to feel comfortable. And even if you don't, sometimes if you join my live or whatever, and you don't even know, maybe you're not into like the type of music that, that particular song, goes along with. Maybe you don't like country music, or you don't like it. And then maybe I picked a country song, or maybe I picked an R&B song and you're not into R&B, whatever. Guys, my idea is focus on the words. Focus on, even if you don't know the song, if you don't like the song, if you don't like the group, whatever. My idea is think about the subject matter and listen to the words, because I'm going to read the lyrics to you. And guys, this song to me is very, very beautiful, and you'll understand why I picked this song and these lyrics and all that as I jump into this. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead, and I should have did this a long time ago, but I had to explain what you're looking at. I want you to know what you're looking at and what we're working with, and take it from there. So, again, let's see. Let me find the lyrics. All right. Now, again, when this song came to my mind, and I thought about the Sunset Song, and this song came to my mind, the words that started playing in my mind was these lyrics right here. And I'm going to read them again because I can't sing. Okay. I can sing, but I can sing, but you know what I'm saying? I can't sing. Okay. Okay. So here we go. I'll give you the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountains. I'll give you the world and all that you reach for, and even more. Now that's one of the lyrics, part of the lyrics that go to this song. Now, I just want you to think about all that, and think about the things that you're trying to manifest, and think about expansion, and think about if there were a centaur that were, and the symbol that goes with, Sagittarius is the centaur, which the centaur you're looking at, it is basically the upper body is a human, the upper body is human, and then the lower body is a horse. And there's a whole story that goes along with that, like how, why, the archer and the centaur and all that goes along with Sagittarius. Okay. And I'm going to say that, if you want to hear more about that, maybe it'll be in my notes. But again, I'm trying to close this down. I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and look at the video that I made. And, when you're looking for that video, you're going to be looking for, it's going to be this same scene, but the centaur is going to be different and the female is going to be different. Like the basic idea is going to be there. It's going to be the same scene, but just a little bit different. But I wanted to come back and make the part 2 to finish it off. Guys, I'm sorry. But anyhow, if you go and you look at that video, the whole story about the centaur, more of the story about the centaur is going to be explained to you. I'm also going to encourage you to go ahead and take a look at your birth chart. Whenever a full moon, new moon, look at your birth chart and work with it. Okay. And if you don't know anything about your birth chart and all that, if you go ahead and you look at it, I could almost promise you that it's just a wealth of information there. I mean, a wealth of information, and it's going to fit you. It's tailored to you. So, I'm going to take it from there. But again, go ahead. I'm just encouraging you to go ahead and take a look at that particular video, and I'm going to take it from here. So, again, think about that. The sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountains. This is the entire world being offered to you. When you align your focus, when you stand in your truth like the archer, you aren't just reaching for a goal. You are opening yourself up to receive everything you've ever asked for, and even more than you could have imagined. Okay? And that's what I want you to think about. That was my idea and where I was coming from. And with that being said, I'm going to read a little bit more to you, and I got to hurry up and get into, into this part, and because I want to close it down. If life has felt like a challenge lately, trust the process. You are being pushed, you are being tested, and you are being propelled toward a level of abundance that is waiting for you. Ready or not, it's coming. So I just want you to think about that. And that's why I picked the song Ready or Not by After Seven. Now, I want to add a little bit of something else that I found out about After Seven. Okay, it may have been the Super Bowl of maybe, I don't know, 2023, something like that. Okay, After Seven, I believe maybe two of the brothers that were, in the group After Seven that sang this song, that did this song, they are the brothers of Babyface. Does anybody here, guys, you know who Babyface is? I saw some information where, and I forgot, I think I actually tuned into that Super Bowl, at least for the halftime show. I saw where Babyface actually performed at, I believe maybe it was the maybe 2023 Super Bowl, something like that. And, it was noticed that he was playing the guitar that he was playing upside down. Okay. And I found out that Babyface is actually the reason why he does that. He plays the guitar like upside down is because he's actually left-handed. So he was playing a right-handed guitar, the right-handed guitar upside down, and because he's left-handed. I know that's kind of, if you're a little bit confused, I hope you get what I'm saying. That just makes it made it fit for him to play a right-handed guitar upside down because he's left-handed. So I'm probably going to come back another time and pick another song by After Seven because I love this group. And I'm going to quickly say that, guys, it's so funny. I was listening to another song by After Seven, right? Listening to another song by After Seven. And, After Seven, if you listen to their music, like some of their music is very, very dreamy. They have romantic songs just like this song. It's a love song. It's very, very dreamy. I was listening to this song, and the song is called One Night, right? It's called One Night. And they're talking about they're going to do all these different things. And they're in the song, they're going to do all these different things. And they're going to do all these things in one night. Okay? You have to go and listen to the song. I have to make that, the Sunset song another time. It's beautiful. I was listening to the song one day, and I have, someone who's, in the family that's a little bit, younger than I am, right? And I'll say that this person was born closer to the end of like Michael Jackson's life. And guys, the anniversary of and I don't know who I could say the word, say Michael Jackson, and you don't know who Michael Jackson is, right? He was one of the biggest superstars, you get what I'm saying? Superstar. Michael Jackson was a superstar, the most okay, Michael Jackson. Okay. I was listening to this song by After Seven one day, and there's someone that was around that's, younger than I am. And I'll say that it's a family member, and they were born closer to the end of like Michael Jackson's life. Okay. So Michael Jackson, the anniversary of his death is actually coming up at the end of this month, June the 25th, I believe. June the 25th is the anniversary of when Michael Jackson died. Okay, June the 25th, and I believe it was in 2009. I don't have all that included here in the notes. But the reason why I'm saying this is obviously to remind you of that. And also because here's this person that was born closer to the end, closer to the end of Michael Jackson's, life or what, time that he was here. And so this person's like young, okay? Very young, okay? And, they know who Michael Jackson is. They've, listened to the sound of his voice, all that. And they just come out, and I'm listening to this song. It's a beautiful song. Go listen to it. It's called One Night by After Seven. The same group that did this song, Ready or Not. Okay, so the song is called One Night. I'm listening to it. It's so beautiful. And let me tell you, it's definitely what I would call a sunset song. Okay, and this younger person comes out and says, He's like, uh-oh, is that Mike? And I'm like, wait a minute, I know who they're talking about, Mike. I'm like, you're talking about Michael Jackson. And I start laughing because, Michael Jackson had that soft, kind of smooth, soft voice and everything. And I thought about it. I'm like, I can kind of see where maybe you would think that was Michael Jackson singing the song One Night. And my thought is, when it comes to AI right now, like if somebody had AI do this song One Night and have Michael Jackson's voice sing it, like what would it sound like? One Night by After Seven, or even this song here, Ready or Not. Like that would be interesting. And there's been so many different songs. Like I have come across, obviously I'm into music and all that. I call my channel Sunset Songs. Some of the stuff that AI has come up with, like there has been videos where I've seen where like, Michael Jackson singing, Elvis Presley song because Elvis Presley was the king of rock and roll. Okay. And then here is Michael Jackson, the king of pop. And you know that at one point, Elvis Presley or Michael Jackson was married to Elvis Presley's daughter, Lisa Marie. Okay, guys, I just thought that was something I had to share. Okay, I had to share it. But anyhow, again, I want to thank you guys, everybody who's joined me tonight on this Saturday night. And, I've gotten all off topic and everything, but basically, I kind of feel like if you have joined me tonight for this live and all that, you're just kind of coming to hang out with me and we're on this journey and, we're learning and we're having fun. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and find the lyrics to this song, Ready or Not, because I got to, close this down. And hopefully tomorrow night, I'm going to be able to come and say a little bit with you guys and hang out a little bit close this down. And hopefully tomorrow night, I'm going to be able to come and say a little bit with you guys and hang out a little bit not the full moon, but the new moon that falls under the sign of Gemini, because I, Shadow Girl Sherry, am a Gemini. And I do apologize because something, I just got a notification. I apologize. I should have turned that off. But again, I just want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me on this Saturday night. Okay, so let me move on down here. Okay, let me move down here. I'm going to find the lyrics to the song Ready or Not by After Seven. And again, guys, even if you're not into After Seven, if you are not you don't like R&B music, whatever, I just want you to think about the words of the song and how beautiful they are. No matter whenever you join me, I'm going to have most likely picked a song that I call the Sunset Song, and it's going to be tailored around whatever the subject matter is. And the idea is, even if you aren't into R&B music, like tonight, I'm focusing in on an R&B group. Another night, it could be the first time I went live, I had a song by Madonna. Okay. Because I like Madonna's music. I like all different types of music. But my idea is, being that, we're all different ages and all that, we're at different stages in life and all that, but life is, it's a human experience, right? We're on a journey here and we're all at different places in life. And, when you think of this is a love song. So if you think about if I read these words to you, it's a beautiful love song. And, you could be at a point in your life where you're in love, or maybe you're at a point where you're looking for love, or maybe you're bashing love because, somebody just broke up with you or something like that. But we're all on different places in the journey. But I would like to think that at some point in your life, you're going to experience love and know what it feels like. This song is about love, and very, very deep love. Okay. So if you're not into the song, if you're not into the group, whatever, I just want you to listen to the words and think about how beautiful they are. And maybe you're trying to manifest. Maybe you're in love and you want to maybe go and listen to the song or listen to the words as I say them. And maybe you're going to think about the person that you are with, or maybe you're thinking about someone that you are trying to attract into your life. Again, because my channel is about the law of attraction. But either way, I think you get what I'm saying. So I'm going to find the words here, and you'll know why I tied this all together. So the song, again, is by a group by the name After Seven, okay? And the song is called Ready or Not. And I've been talking a lot, so I'm going to take a quick drink here, and then I'm going to read the lyrics, and you'll know what I'm talking about. These are beautiful words if you know anything about love, if you felt love. If you haven't felt love and you want to experience it, I think this might be the way you might want to experience it. So, I'm encouraging you here. That's what this is all about. Okay. So again, Ready or Not by After Seven. These are the lyrics, okay? I'll give you the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountains. I'll give you the world and all that you wish for, and even more. Girl, I'll love you more than you could know, and that's for sure. I'd climb the highest hill, cross the widest sea. Nothing could discourage me, and I pray that you'll be always there for me forevermore. And then, of course, I'm not going to sing it, but they're saying, oh, like, this dreamy, oh. You got to go and listen to the song, okay? And this is, the chorus, ready or not. Ready or not, I'll give you everything and more. All that I've got is yours. I'll give you everything, all that you're looking for. I'll give you my heart, my soul, my time. My love is a fountain. I will be your earth. Ooh and oh and all that different stuff. Okay, that's just the word ooh, all right? Because they're saying, imagine that somebody singing it. Okay, I'll give you my heart, my soul, my time. My love is a fountain. Okay, I will be your earth. And I'm wondering if that is if that is like a misprint right there. Maybe it was mountain, but I've got fountain here because they just said earth. Guys, go listen to the song. It's beautiful. I don't think you'll regret it. And even if you don't like the song, you don't like R&B, then imagine it to be a country song. Okay, whatever you like. But just consider the words. They're beautiful. Okay, if you know what love is, they're beautiful. Okay, so again, where was I at? I'm sorry. All right. I'll go back over it a little bit because I lost my place. Ready or not, I'll give you everything and more. All that I've got is yours. I'll give you everything, all that you're looking for. I'll give you my heart, my soul, my time. My love is a fountain. I will be your earth. Ooh, and guys, go listen to the song again. I can't sing. In all that you need for. And I thought it was all that you reach for. Guys, just go and listen to the song. This might be a misprint, okay? In all that you need for, and even more. Cause girl, I love you more than words can show. My love is pure. I'll walk 1,000 miles, sail 1,000 seas. Nothing will discourage me. Now I've got more lyrics here. And I got to find them. I could give you. Okay, I got to go down a little bit more. Here's more lyrics, okay? Now, everything, and this is a beautiful part. Now, just listen to this, and I want you to think about if you are trying to manifest love, okay? You might want to think about these different things are being like really kind of pushed out here now at this time. I mean, on, the internet and all that. And this, I'm hearing in the spiritual community, I'm hearing a lot about things being kind of thrown around. Like, and if you're watching this right now, you probably already know what I'm talking about. Like a divine masculine, okay, and a divine feminine. So the idea is a divine feminine and a divine masculine are drawn together. They're drawn together. They're going to come together. they attract each other. They attract each other. A divine masculine is going to attract, or let's say a divine feminine. We'll say that. A divine feminine is going to attract a divine masculine. That's kind of, the idea is kind of being talked about a lot in the spiritual community. If you don't want to look at it that way and you want to think about things like maybe a twin flame, you're looking for a twin flame, whatever you want to call it. I just want you to think about these things when I read these lyrics, because the lyrics are beautiful. Okay. And again, this song is a love song. Okay. So, and just think about these words. Okay. Everything is not anything if you're not here to share my dreams. You don't know what it means to me if you'll accept my love. Ooh and oh and all that. I dedicate my love, my soul, my heart beats for you. Girl, I can't get enough, so I'll wait for your love. There's nothing that I'd rather do. Now, come on, guys. Now, if any women, that you're watching, you hear the sound of my voice right now, you heard those lyrics. Now, come on. Now, if you are looking for a mate, or you're trying to attract, a man into your life, if he came to you saying these words, these lyrics, whether you like the group After Seven or the way they would sing it, the words are beautiful. Okay. And it's the same thing for, if you think about a man, if you are, you're in love, or you're looking for someone that you want to be in love with, and you've attracted her, and you have the nerve to say these words. Come on now. I think you might get lucky. Like, you may not, again, I said it before in my last live. If you were to play this song for this woman, I don't know if you would be listening to the sound of my voice, Shadow Girl Sherry, right now, because you guys might be off doing your thing. And I'm not saying that's what it's all about. This is a very loving, romantic song. And that's why I picked it as the sunset song. Okay. And I tailored this song into all this because the idea was the energy of Sagittarius. And instead of thinking about it as, a man talking to a woman or whatever, that's a beautiful idea. Obviously that was the song, and what the song was about, it's about love. But I was kind of tailoring it into the subject matter, which was, think about the universe. If the universe could sing a love song or sing a song to you during that time of anything that has to do, like a full moon that deals with Sagittarius, or a new moon that deals with Sagittarius, or if you were thinking about the day that aligns with Jupiter, which that day is Thursday. Now remember that, mark it on your calendar if you don't already know. You can even look it up, the information, you'll find it online. Thursdays align with the energy of the planet Jupiter, and the zodiac sign that corresponds with Jupiter is Sagittarius. Okay. But if you want to work with that energy of Jupiter and you want it to be more concentrated, you might want to work with the whole idea on a Thursday. And you don't believe me, go ahead and look it up. That's what I like about spirituality. There's always something that you can work with. Like, I look at spirituality as like this huge book that you open, and then you get to pick with what you want to work with. And there's always something you can work with. It's not like you have to think about things like, okay, I'm going to have to wait for a holiday to celebrate something. The universe is always out here. The sun rises every day. It may not be the brightest. It might be raining or whatever, but the sun is still out there. Okay. And, because if it wasn't out there, we wouldn't exist. The sun is always, so bright that, and I want you to think about that when it comes to your life. And when you're thinking about, oh, something is like so out of reach and so impossible. Think about the universe and, the world that we live in. There's so many ways that things could make its way to you. And just think about the sun. Like, it's so big and bright. And even on a rainy day, okay, the cloudiest day, the sun is so bright you can't look at it, because if you did, it would blind you. Like, don't look at the sun. It's just it's so bright. no matter what. Okay. So I just want you to think about that when you think about the universe and you're thinking about what the desires of your heart, your dreams. They're your dreams. They belong to you, and don't let other people talk you out of your dreams. That's my idea. And that's part of the reason why sometimes I get discouraged when I think about, my channel and all that. Like, I go by the name Shadow Girl Sherry, and, you can hear the sound of my voice, and there are people that know me, and it's not like I go and I advertise it, my channel to everyone, like the people that I know. It's just, if you're hearing the sound of my voice, it's kind of like you attracted me and I attracted you, and we kind of picked each other. You get what I'm saying? Like you decided that you wanted to join this live. I'm very, very happy that you're here, but you decided to join, like, at your own free will. And when it comes to like everyday people that I know, again, there would be people that would look at these things that I talk about on my channel and be like, oh, well, that's so silly or stupid, or I can't believe she thinks that, or whatever. But you know what? I'm not making my channel is not for them. My channel is for the dreamers. My channel, and not to say that I don't know people that are dreamers, but then if that's so, then maybe they'll find my channel. So then we're on the same wavelength. But my idea is, when I came up with my channel, I wanted to be able to reach out to people, like all around. And it's not just about the people that I know in everyday life. And it's not to say that, I don't even advertise to like family. Everybody that I live with, knows about my channel, but I don't advertise to family. It's all about, if you find me, then you were meant to find me, but I don't advertise it. And that's for a reason. It's because I want to be able to share my experiences the way that they come to me. And I want to know what other people all around the world, what you're experiencing and what has brought you to my channel and why you're viewing it. Like, this is about a journey that this is on a journey that we are, we're doing this thing together, and it's all about positivity. And again, I go by Shadow Girl Sherry. So with that being said, I know that it's a world of duality. So there are going to be things that are going to come our way that we may not like. But the idea is, if it's negative, then we want to transmute it into the positive. And, we want to transmute it into the positive. That's my idea here. And my idea is, I didn't want to just share with everybody that I know, because I don't want people trying to like, take away things that I believe in and what I'm trying to work, and take away, the fact that I'm trying to reach out to people all around. Okay. But I want to be able to share the experiences that I have, and whatever it is. And guys, it was just 10:10. It's now 10:11. But usually when I notice, which is kind of like an angel number, two numbers that are the same, that are staying side by side, I often stop and say that we should all just think about, we're joined together as a collective, and let's just think about something they're trying to manifest. And because the energy is so powerful, you have a bunch of people joined together, and you're all joined together in like a certain kind of harmony or energy. It's said to intensify. Like, if it could be negative, like if a bunch of people get together and they're in like a protest, that's a lot of energy. And it's just like, well, I guess a protest could be positive because you're trying to, get your word heard, but you don't want it to turn to get, have it flip into something that's too negative, because, it becomes negative. But a protest could be positive because you're trying to make a change, but it doesn't mean that violence and all that has to occur. Like, you get what I'm saying. So you get what I'm saying. But, guys, this is all that everything that I've just been trying to bring together. And my idea is I don't want to have anybody take that away from me. And that's why I began my channel. And my idea, that I would just want to say in this video is don't let anybody talk you out of your life and your dreams. Okay? Because the universe is so vast and it's so big, and there's so much out there to work with. There's so many different things and so many different ways that the universe, or whatever you want to, God, the universe, source, could bring it to you. And my idea is to maybe think about it as a collective, like you are connected to that energy, like you're a part of that. You're part of that energy. Like you might think of it, I've said it, there's this thing of, claiming your divinity, that you're divine, and, just what does that mean to you? But I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit of a idea out here. Guys, has there been any songs? Is there a song that that maybe you might want me to think of as a sunset song, and you might want to leave it here in the comments? I want you to know that, I'm talking and everything, but it's not just about my journey. It's about my journey, and we're taking the journey together. Like we're walking this path, and we're discussing things, and we're trying to make things work, and we're working together, right? So if there's any kind of comments that you want to leave, definitely, if you want to, I'm always, wanting hearts and positive things and all that. But I think that's the thing here on TikTok. But on YouTube, here on TikTok, you're going to be looking for me. I go under, well, does it say Shadow Girl Sherry here? Shadow Girl Sherry, Shadow Girl Sherry, Sherry Shadow Closet, Sunset Songs. And on YouTube, my channel is called Sunset Songs. But, I go by, you can look up on YouTube, Sunset Songs, and you're going to be looking for the avatar that you're looking, or actually, I'm sorry, over there, you would want to click on the video. There's lots of, obviously, I gotta admit, there's lots of channels that go by the name Sunset Songs, but mine is the one that's all about my personal journey with the law of attraction, where I include music, and that's why I called it Sunset Songs. I know it's a lot, but anyhow, I hope you get the idea. And as to what I'm saying, and basically, guys, I can't wait till I get to the point where I am joining when I am going live on TikTok. I'm also going live on YouTube as well. I can't wait till I get to the point where I'm doing that, and I can't wait till I get to the point where I'm expanded to other platforms as well. My idea is to grow. Even the avatar that you're looking at, that is me, and that is my shadow, my silhouette, all that. That's my actual shadow, my actual silhouette. I'm holding a flower there, and my idea is growth. Like my idea is I'm, wanting to grow, and I'm wanting you, the viewer, to grow as well. And my whole idea is, going by Shadow Girl Sherry, and not, people that know me just in everyday life, like not advertising to them, people that I just know for the most part. My idea is, with that, I'm trying to grow from the ground up. Like I came up with this idea for my channel during COVID-19. It was that lonely kind of feeling. We're all in our house, inside, and like, what am I going to do? Like, how can I reach out? Whatever. I came up with this idea, and, I came up with the channel and what it was going to be about. And I was doing the law of attraction and all that. And I came up with the name, and, I started the channel, and then, a little bit into it, for whatever reason, because I didn't want to show up right away, I called myself Shadow Girl Sherry. And, later on, I started getting videos started popping up into my feed about shadow work. And I'm like, okay, Shadow Girl Sherry needs to do shadow work. And I hear how powerful it is, shadow work, how powerful that is. So with that being said, I want to finish reading from my notes and be able to close this idea, this song down, this sunset song down, kind of set, the sun is going to kind of set on this song, and I'll be able to move on to the next song and the next subject, which I'm hoping that I'll be able to make a video tomorrow night for that new moon in Gemini, because again, I, Shadow Girl Sherry, am a Gemini. So, I'm a Gemini, so why not, come and share my experience as a Gemini with you all. And, we talk about it together. So I'm hoping to be able to do that. But my new thing is, life is what happens when you are making other plans. And I don't want to, make a bunch of plans and promise a bunch of things and then not be able to deliver them. Just know that I, Shadow Girl Sherry, am trying to show up for you guys as much as I can and, deliver my message. And again, there's going to be other ways that I totally want to be able to share my full experience and things that I'm going through and different things like that. And I'm dragging this puzzle piece over because I'm going over an hour, and it's over and everything. I want to get to the point where I've got a way to where I'm going to be able to make it to where I'll be able to talk about more personal things, but I definitely want to make it to the point where I'll have like members and things like that. And then when there's something like really personal or something that I want to share, it'll be the members that will get that. And that's going to be the way that I'm going to weed out people that just, and again, I'm thinking about flowers and all that, weed out people that might just want to come just to hear things to bash or things like that, or hate, or, all that. Like, this is about growth. My channel is about growth and everyone trying to grow. And debating is one thing, but I'm just trying to keep out people that, maybe might want to be like, oh, I know her. And, I want to, people want to sabotage things for you. I mean, you have to know that there are like energy vampires, so on and so forth out here. And I don't want that kind of vampiric kind of energy around me, sucking, taking away from my energy, right? So that would be the way to weed out that, that kind of energy. When people have to put like a little bit of money, not expensive, whatever, but when you have to put a little bit of money on something and it's not exactly free, that these people, whoever's doing that, you're more serious. Like, you're taking it seriously. And I can't wait till I get to the point where I'm at that level and I'm at that point. But obviously I've got to continue showing up and delivering my message and see who comes to, to hear it. So, and again, I want to thank everybody who's joined me tonight. I can't wait to see how many people join me. I do know that, the more consistent you are, the better your chances, but again, life is what happens when you're making other plans. And there have been good things that have come my way, wonderful things that have come my way. And then there have been things lately that it's like, oh man, that was a curveball and that was crazy. And I didn't like that, but I got through it. Right. I got through it because I'm here talking to you guys. So I got through it. And I'm trying to hold still because my, just TikTok just let me know that, something went a little bit unstable. I apologize if you guys like missed something that I said or whatever. I'm trying to hold still, but I'm looking down through my notes, trying to make sure that I'm reading to you guys the points that I wanted to get across. I've read the lyrics to the song. I'm encouraging you to go take a listen to the song and you'll know what I'm talking about when I say that this is a beautiful, romantic, loving, very loving song. And I consider it definitely a sunset song. I wanted to talk about it. And it, if you go back over this and you listen to it, this live again, or if you go and, which I'm hoping you will, you'll tune into the first part. And it doesn't say part 1, but you'll know what you're looking at if you join my channel or you look at, here on TikTok. it'll be a clip, because I can't upload once a video goes over an hour long, once a live goes over an hour long on TikTok, TikTok won't let you upload it. So if you want to see any of my videos in their entirety and it's like a live, then that's where you're going to have to go over and find me on YouTube. And my channel altogether is called Sunset Songs. And you want to, I'm not to start including it in the little clips when I make them, so you'll know exactly what you're looking for. You'll know what, basically what you're looking for when you go over on YouTube. And guys, I gotta apologize, because I'm just not the most tech savvy person. I'm just not. Like, I have people around me that are tech savvy and all that, but I'm not. And you know, we all have different things that we're working towards, right? So I don't want to keep like bugabooing or, you know, bothering, you know, people around me that are really, really techie, just because they're really, really, really techie, because, you know, they have their things, their projects and things that they're working on, just like I have projects that I'm working on. And the way that I look at it, with just like the way I try to look at my channel, we're all trying to expand and grow. And when you are around, you know, I just want you to think about the people that you hang around, because their energy, it's around you, you know, it's around you. So, that's the thing that I don't get about being, when, you know, when somebody's like really, really jealous or anything like that, because, I don't know. There's always something for everybody out here, for everybody to work on, or to, you know, you just have to find it. And I've heard, in the spiritual community, it came across to me that when you are living in your purpose and you are, you know, happy with something that you're doing, and you are really in your life, you know, living your life, other people are going to attract to you you attract what you are. But when you are living in your purpose and you're doing things, like you have hobbies and things that you're happy with, it puts you in a different light. Different people are going to see how happy you are, and they're going to want to come and be around you. I mean, who wants to be around somebody who's constantly, you know, being a downer? Like, unless they want to be a downer, like, you got to think about that. I've had to think about that sometimes. Like, there used to be times in my life where I was very, very negative. And then it's just like, well, if you're very, very negative, then why do you don't want to go and be around somebody else that's really, really negative? I mean, you might feel comfortable around that because you're agreeing with each other. But my idea was, I might hang out with somebody and we're complaining, but then it's like, oh man, I don't want to keep hanging out with this person. I want to be around the person that, like, they're doing well. Like, I don't want to take advice from somebody that I wouldn't want to trade places with. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you're living your life in your purpose, you put out a different kind of a glow. Like, your aura is different. Look it up. Look it up. Like, if you don't believe me, just look into it. But anyhow, guys, I'm looking down through my notes, and I just want to make sure that I'm including everything, and I'm closing, you know, I'm going to close this energy down tonight. And hopefully, I'm not going to make any promises, but again, I, Shadow Girl Sherry, am a Gemini, and tomorrow night we are having a new moon that falls under the sign of Gemini. Okay. And it said in the, you know, when it comes to spirituality and all that, or when it comes to like a new moon or a full moon, you can work with the energy of that full moon or new moon 3 days before the fact, the night and the day of the fact, and 3 nights afterwards. Okay. So just take that in mind. We are in the energy right now of Gemini. I love this because I'm a Gemini. But at the same time, this particular video was about the energy of Jupiter. And I'm going to say this, guys. Another day that I thought about that I would have wanted to bring this back was I've been seeing a lot online that, I think it was maybe on the 9th of June and maybe the 10th of June, we had a conjunction where you could look outside or whatever, and you could see there was a conjunction, like Jupiter, the planet of expansion and all that, was very, very close in alignment to Venus. Venus is, the planet of luxury, and Venus is also the goddess of like love, and Venus, the goddess of love. And you might want to think about Aphrodite, but that energy is about love and romance and luxury and all that. And think about the idea of a conjunction of Jupiter, which is about expansion, being in alignment, a conjunction with Venus. Okay. And this would have been a wonderful time for me to talk about Jupiter. You get what I'm saying? Even though, this video was about Sagittarius, I wanted to come and talk to you guys and possibly bring this video, the part 2, to you guys on, believe it was June the 9th and the 10th, to where that conjunction was available, right? But I didn't get a chance to do it because I had other things that were going on. But I just want to be able to close all this down. I just wanted to share that. And again, hopefully tomorrow night, I've got some ideas. I probably won't make it as long as I normally do because I still got to come up with some information. But because I'm a Gemini, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to go live sometime tomorrow. Maybe not have it as long, but go live sometime and share the energy with you guys, right? But again, let's see. So I've talked about just this whole expansive energy. This is the part 2, and I do want to be able to close this down. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about the group After 7 and all that. And guys, is there anybody that knows who After 7 is? Are you an After 7 fan? You don't like After 7? Do you like the words of the song? Because I just read the words, and to me, they're beautiful songs. I just want to get you guys to, say something, right? Like this is my journey, but I want you guys to be a part of the journey as well. And, tell me what you think. Just tell me what you think. What's on your mind? How are you feeling? Did you have a good day today? Just let me know what's up, what's going on. What could I do better? Anything, just let me know. So right now I'm going to go in and tell you a little bit of the story about, After 7, and a little bit of the story about, the song, how, I like to include in my videos, information about the song, the inspiration for the song, and a little bit about the group. Okay. I like to include all that stuff. And, that always makes all this stuff together. It always makes for some long videos, right? My idea is, to come and share time with you guys. Okay. So the story behind Ready or Not by After 7. Okay. The release. The song was released as a single on August the 20th of 1989, appearing on their self-titled debut album, which was called After 7. It became a massive breakout hit, reaching #1 on the Billboard R&B charts in 1990 and peaking at #7 on the Billboard Hot 100. Okay, the creative force. The song was written and produced by legendary duo L.A. Reid and Babyface. Okay, Babyface, just to let you know, Babyface is the brother of After 7 members Kevin and Melvin Edmonds. Let me read that again. Babyface is the brother of After 7 members Kevin and Melvin Edmonds. Okay, this makes the song a real family labor of love. A classic R&B masterpiece crafted by people who understood the group's vocal range perfectly. Okay, now the inspiration. While there isn't a single public diary entry about the exact moment Babyface wrote it, The song fits perfectly into the late 80s, early 90s R&B movement, which was heavily focused on raw emotional declarations of love and devotion. Okay? Okay, so this song, Ready or Not by After Seven, came out back in 1990. That time period, late 80s, early 90s. You get what I'm saying? It was written by the iconic team of L.A. Reid and Babyface. Okay, specifically to showcase the incredible soaring vocals of the Edmonds brothers. But it was more than just a hit song. It was a bit of a declaration, if you will. Okay, when you listen to those lyrics, you aren't just hearing a love song. You're hearing an invitation from the universe. This is the way I looked at it. Okay, an invitation from the universe to accept the abundance it has been trying to give you all along. Okay, now I'm just putting this all together. Okay, so again, this is the part 2 to this video, and it's taken me time to be able to come back and deliver this part 2. But I'll go back, and because it's all a journey, one thing leads to another. This Archer, or I'll say bow and arrow energy, has led us over to today and to tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a new moon in Gemini. But when I did this part 1 to this video, it was a full moon in Sagittarius. But at the same time, it was in the month of May. And it was during the season of Gemini season. Okay. So I just want you to think about that. It was in the season of Gemini, and I do believe it works like this. Okay. And just hear me out, and you can look it up if you want. I'm almost for certain that once you have a season come in, like, when Gemini season came in, it was either May the 20th or May the 21st is when Gemini season came in. Okay, now the new moon that you have that falls after that season, because it was Gemini season, the next new moon that we had, it falls under the sign of Gemini. So it was either May the 21st or May the 20th that is when Gemini season began. Okay. And, it will end around about maybe July the 20th or 21st or 22nd. And then of course we'll be starting, June. It'll end around either June the 21st or June the 22nd. I'm sorry. And that's when we have summer to begin. So if you think about Gemini, that makes sense, because Gemini is the energy of 2. So it's there's even the tarot card that goes along with Gemini. It's the Lovers. And obviously, the Lovers, in that tarot card, there's a male and a female. Okay. And then you are moving from one energy, one season, over to another one. So it's 2. There's a shift. So I just want you to think about these ideas. But we had that season of Gemini start, and now here tomorrow we're going to have that new moon in Gemini. So I just want you to think about all these ideas. I'm trying to tie it all together. And with that being said, in that way, I'm going to go back and tell you a little bit about the full moon that we had, in which the last full moon we had was a blue moon. Okay. And that's when the part 1 to this video, that's when I delivered that video. I put that video out at that time. Okay. So, I want just the rarity of that night. Okay. It was the second full moon in 1 month. And when you have 2 full moons in 1 month, the second full moon is called a blue moon. Okay. And, that full moon was called the full flower moon that comes in May. And I am Shadow Girl Sherry, and I gotta admit, I love flowers. And, obviously, at that time in May, flowers are definitely in bloom. You get what I'm saying? So just, put it all together and it all makes sense. Okay, so, the astrology at that point, I'm just going back and telling you, and then just think about all that energy building up, and we're over leaving from those two, full moons that we had in the month of May. That energy is now moved over, and now we're in a new moon tomorrow night that's going to fall under the sign of Gemini. Okay, but just think about what you've been trying to manifest, and what's just been going on in your life. Okay, so the astrology at that point. Okay, Sagittarius and the Archer, and the idea was grounding the energy of Gemini season. Okay, the mythology, the wounded healer, which is Chiron. Okay, now, basically showing how our setbacks are actually our greatest sources of wisdom. You'll have to go back and watch that live, and you'll understand, because I can't go into all that, but I think I've explained it a little bit. Now, we are also, guys, now this year of 2026 is the year of the fire horse. And that adds an extra layer of bold, unstoppable momentum. Okay? I just want you to think about these things. Now, the anthem, I'll say, for that energy that night that I picked, for that particular live, the anthem, the song, was the promise found in After Seven song, Ready or Not, declaring that even in times of adversity, the world and everything in it is yours to claim. I just want you to think about it, and you listen to the song, and I think you'll see why I picked this song. Beautiful song. Even if you're not into R&B, I mean, just listen. I read the lyrics to you guys tonight during the live, and to me, they're beautiful words. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the group After Seven, and what's happened with them. Obviously a lot of time has passed since the early 1990s. Obviously a lot has happened, but I'm going to give you a little bit of an update. Okay, I just want to talk about the group's history and things like that. So one of the group members, okay, Melvin Edmonds, okay, Melvin Edmonds, he was one of the co-founders, a co-founder and the soul, I'll say the soul, a co-founder and the soul of After Seven, passed away on May the 18th, 2019, at the age of 65. He had been battling a short illness and had dealt with health challenges, including a stroke in 2011. Okay, and he was dealing with these things for several years. And of course, he passed away on May the 18th of 2019 at the age of 65. Okay, his loss was deeply felt by his family, his group members, and fans alike. Keith Mitchell, his bandmate, shared a touching tribute, noting that Melvin's love for his audience was what drove him throughout his life and career, and that his legacy would continue to live on through their music. Okay. And, I look up this information, and it looks like, I get this information offline. I don't want to take, I get this information offline. So, this is just stuff that I, collected from online. So I'm not saying that these words are mine. They're not. These are things that I gathered and information I gathered online. And, to the best of my knowledge, everything's accurate. If you want to look it up, I always say, you can. It's, obviously. Okay, so moving forward. Since Melvin's passing, the group continued. Moving forward. Since Melvin's passing, the group has continued to honor his contributions. The current lineup features Kevin Edmonds and Keith Mitchell, along with Danny McLean. Even with these changes, the spirit of the group remains strong, and they continue to release music, such as their 2021 project, Unfinished Business. Okay? Now I'm going to put all this and frame it all together and put it all together, right? Trying to bring all this together. Okay. Now, even the most soulful voices face their own winters. But like the music of After Seven, which has continued to evolve and persevere through the years, we too can navigate our personal winters, our setbacks and losses, and continue to create, to share, and to grow. Okay? And this is just, the part 2 to all this, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update as to the group today, like what's gone on since the 90s, okay? And I just want you to think about the universe and all that, and I'm just tying all this together and trying to bring it all to a close and wrap it up with a bow, and just think about the universe as a gift, right? Something that you can work with, and it wants to deliver gifts to you, your manifestations, your dreams, your desires. That's my idea here. So life brings unexpected challenges. The song, Your Journey, and just think about life as a song. There will be unexpected challenges, but your life, the song, Your Journey, doesn't have to end. It just transforms. Okay. Now, I want you to think, I'm just giving you a little bit more information about the blue moon that we had. It was where the part 1 to this video started. The blue moon was very special. Not only was it a blue moon, the second full moon in May, but it was also a micro moon. Okay? The blue micro moon explained. What is a micro moon? A micromoon occurs when a full moon coincides with apogee, the point in the moon's elliptical orbit where it is at its absolute farthest distance from the Earth. Okay, and that would explain why it would be a micromoon, right? You wouldn't be able to see it all. You get what I'm saying. Okay, so why is that idea notable? That the specific blue moon, that we had, it was the farthest, smallest, and dimmest full moon of the entire year of 2026. Okay? The blue moon was the farthest, smallest, and dimmest full moon that we're going to have in the entire year of 2026. Now, this is information that I got. It was positioned, very, very far away. Significantly further than the moon's average distance. Okay, now how would it have looked? Okay, it would have appeared 6% to 7% smaller and roughly 10% dimmer than an average full moon. While the difference is very subtle, most people, they wouldn't notice it without a side-by-side comparison. It was a beautiful, just the beauty of the universe. I just want you to think about that. But side to side, most people wouldn't notice it without a side-by-side comparison. Okay. And I just want you to think about even the smallest, just consider the idea that even the smallest and most distant moments have their own unique power. And I'm going down through my notes, just trying to weave in everything and close it all up for in the second part, and so I can move on to the next idea. Even when you feel like you are far away from your goals, because I want you to think about the fact that we had a micro moon, and think about this. Even when you feel like you are far away from your goals, or you feel smaller, quieter, or more distant from the life you want to manifest, you are still fully illuminated. You are still a full moon shining in your own right, regardless of how far you might feel from your destination. The light is still there, and the energy is still potent, and the energy is within you. I want you to think about that. Okay. So I've given you a little bit of the astrology, the mythology, the song history, and everything. Okay. Okay. And, it's, guys, I mean, sometimes I look at the universe and when I think about synchronicities, I think about when I have a synchronicity, it's like kind of like the universe is kind of like winking at you. That's the way I kind of look at it. Just the universe and how beautiful it is in our world, the world that we live in and everything. I just want to share something with you because the universe loves to speak to us. That's the way I feel about it, through signs and synchronicities. So I had been, when I was working on the message that I wanted to deliver to you guys, I kept seeing the number 444. I even had a dollar bill in my hand that carried the exact digits 444, like it was in my, I know, and some people think, oh, okay, you still carry money. It said that, one thing that it's actually good. I know everybody's into their debit cards and their credit cards and all that different stuff, but it's not such a bad thing to have actual dollar bills on you, like to have dollar bills, to have a dollar bill, feel a dollar bill in your hand and think that, that you're attracting more. You're attracting that energy, more and more of that energy into your life. You want it to be a constant like flow of energy. Okay. And that's just, something I've heard a lot about, like in the manifestation community and all that. But so with that being said, I like to keep, like, especially dollar bills. At one point I had like $100, like a $100 bill, and maybe like a $20 bill that had the numbers 369 on them. All right. And 369, if you're into the law of attraction and all that, it's said to be the Tesla code, the code to the universe. And there's a method that goes along with it. I'm not going to go all into it because I'll be talking too long, but I keep, dollar bills, especially now the 100, all that, maybe not hold on to them as long, but the dollar bills, if I see like repeating numbers, like an angel number, like 3 numbers back to back, or just a number that's very, very special, I will keep those dollar bills and hold on to them. It's kind of like if you come across a $2 bill, it's like, hold on to it. Right. But I had and I still have it, I didn't spend it, a dollar bill that had the number 444 on it. And, on the dollar bill. And there were a couple of creators. There was a creator, there's some creators that will go and tell you the exact point when, the full moon, like the fullest illumination of it occurs. And there was one creator, I was watching videos, and they had said that it was going to occur at like 444, I believe 444 a.m. On May the 31st. So when I saw that 444 on the dollar, it made me think about that. And I wanted to include it in a clip, in one of the clip that I made for, a clip that I made for the, just as a short to kind of, put out there after the live. And you could view that here on TikTok, but I didn't get it in that last clip. Now, maybe for this clip, I might get it, but I may not include it in this one. Because the thing about it is I want to move on to the next subject. I've put like a lot of time into this particular energy, and I want to be able to move on to the next one. So I'm going to try to make a clip tomorrow. But if that clip is going to keep me from going live tomorrow night, and I have a chance to go live tomorrow night, then I'm not going to make the clip. But I just want to share this synchronicity to encourage you, look for synchronicities, and ask the universe to send them to you. And I feel that the universe will send you synchronicities. And guys, I've been talking so long that I'm about ready to lose my voice, but I want to close this down tonight. So again, I had even had a dollar bill in my hand that carried those exact digits. And I kind of looked at it like, a synchronicity. And I didn't want to spend that bill. I still have it. Okay, and then I told you about the thing about the centaur. I said that already, and that would be, you'd have to, I'm not going to go back over that again either, because I said it in the last, in the first live, that the part 1 to this video, and now I said it earlier in this part 2, so I'm not going to go back over that, but it was a crazy synchronicity. And, I hope that you'll go over on YouTube and find it, see what I'm talking about. But just think about all that. All right. It's a lot. That was a lot of synchronicities coming back to back. And I don't look at it as just coincidences, right? I look at it as these are nudges from the universe, letting, when you get these things, it's the universe nudging you and letting you know that you're in alignment. Okay. And I encourage you to go to YouTube, look up After Sevens, Ready or Not, and see for yourself, like what I was talking about, but you had to tune in earlier. Okay. But when you start paying attention to the signs, you'll realize the universe is talking to you too. You are being guided. You are being supported. Ready or not, your blessings are finding you. Now, and I'm just trying to find a way to connect all these dots. I had the 444, the angel number, and I look at it as guidance. Like I'm being seen and I'm being heard by the universe, and it's always there. Always there. And I'm a part of it. I'm a part of the collective, and I'm one with the universe. That's the way I look at it. Okay. All right, and let's see. Let me tell, and this is going to be it. I have a little bit more that I want to read from my notes, and I just want to tell you a little bit about the alchemy here. Okay. I want to talk about the expansive energy of Jupiter, okay, and tied into alchemy, okay. Okay, the expansion of Jupiter and the alchemy of gold, okay. We've looked at the Archer and the Centaur, but there is one more piece of the puzzle. The ruling planet of Sagittarius is Jupiter. Jupiter is the giant of our solar system, the largest planet, a massive sphere of energy that represents expansion, luck, wealth, and abundance. When Jupiter is in the sky, it is pushing us to grow, to go bigger, and to believe in our prosperity. And of course, that led me to the song. It leads me to the song that I was talking about, Ready or Not by After Seven. It wasn't just a hit. So think about all this. Think about the alchemy. Think about the energy of Jupiter, and think about gold, because when it comes to alchemy, the idea is changing lead into gold. I'm not going to go into all that, but if you're watching this, you may already know all about alchemy, right? But I just want you to think about that, okay? Now, and think about the idea of gold, okay? And I, had said down here, and that leads me to our song, which was Ready or Not. But when I think about that word, it leads me to our song tonight, leads. Okay, just think about the word leads, and think about lead. Okay, because lead is that dull, like metal. It's very, very dull. And just if you know about alchemy, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I'm looking at the word. It just came to my mind. I'm looking at the words because I had it down here, and that leads me to our song that I had picked, which was Ready or Not by After Seven, but I'm looking at the word leads and I'm thinking about lead. Okay. And the idea when it comes to alchemy is not transforming lead. That's like, you know, lead's not good, but gold is the high point. Okay. Now that's where you want to be aligned with. Okay. And I just want you to think about that. And I want you to think about gold. And I'm going to tell you this idea here, or this thought that I had. Okay. And I just wanted to share the idea of gold and the fact that this song by After Seven, Ready or Not, it was certified gold on June 18th of 1999. So think about that, or I'm sorry, not 1999, I'm sorry. Ready or Not by After Seven wasn't just a hit, it was certified gold on June 18th, 1990. Think about the word gold. In the ancient art of alchemy, the ultimate goal was the transformation of base metals like lead into pure shining gold. That is what we are talking about today. The lead in your life, those setbacks, the unexpected challenges, the moments that felt small or micro, they are the materials that the universe is currently transmuting into gold. When you align your mindset with the abundance of Jupiter and you allow yourself to be ready to receive, you are performing your own personal alchemy. You are turning the heavy, difficult parts of your journey into the gold of your own personal expansion. So remember, you are being aimed toward the stars, you are being carried by the fire horse, and you are being invited to step into your wealth, your luck, and your expansion. Ready or not, it's all coming to you. And these are the things that I wanted to share with you guys and wrap it all up into a nice little bow, into a nice little gift for you guys, because that's the way that I feel the universe wants to give you your gift and your manifestation. Okay, but you have to believe in it. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe that the universe, it's so big, it has different ways that it can deliver it to you. So, and do keep in mind, guys, again, you can always work different energies, but if you really want to work, if it's not a new moon in Sagittarius, if it's not a full moon in Sagittarius, if you want, or full moon in Sagittarius, but because Sagittarius corresponds and aligns with the planet Jupiter, the day that the energy on a Thursday is very, very potent when it comes to Jupiter, because Thursdays align with the planet Jupiter. So in Jupiter is all about expansion. So that would be a wonderful time to work with this energy. You might even want to come back and watch this video on a Thursday, because I'm talking about the energy of Sagittarius. Okay. Hope all that makes sense to you. The more you get into this stuff, you'll know what I'm talking about, because with every time that I work this stuff and the more I do it, it becomes clearer and clearer to me, you know, how it works, and just that it's a constant kind of flow of energy that you can always work with, and it's always available for you in different ways, in different forms. Okay. But it's a journey, you know? So basically I want you to think about the song that I've given you, Ready or Not. It went from gold, certified June, the alchemy. Okay. The song Ready or Not, it was certified gold in June of 1990. And just think about it, symbolizing your own journey of turning life's lead into gold. And just think about the idea that something led you to listen to this live. So the universe is always conspiring and trying to work in your favor. Okay. And I think that's basically, for the most part, I'm going to be shutting this down, guys. I don't want to hold you up much longer. I just want you to know that you have everything you need. You have everything that you need. It's all within you. Okay, and I I just want to make sure that I've let you, that I'm wrapping all this up in the right way. Bridging all this up, like it's just a bridge. One thing leads to another. Okay, so under that blue moon, the blue micro moon, I want you to think that maybe kind of think about it as if that night you were holding your own wand, your own magic wand, and you had the power to manifest, the power to expand, and the power to turn your life into gold. You were the archer, the wounded healer, and the fire horse. I'm sorry. You were the archer, the wounded healer, and the fire horse all in one. The stars were waiting for your aim, ready or not. Your gold, it was there, just you had to aim it. And that's what I hope you did. That's what I hope you did that night. And it's all about the journey. And my idea is for us to take the journey together. My channel is called Sunset Songs, all about my personal journey with the law of attraction, where I take a song and I weave it all together and I bring it to you guys and we discuss it. Okay. And guys, this is going to wrap up this gift. This is going to wrap up this live, this gift, this present. I feel like I've put a nice little bow on it. And now we can move to the next idea. And not to say that I won't come back and talk about After 7 or make, another sunset song. Could be a song by After 7 because I love this group, right? I love their music. And I think I've brought everything together, and I've wrapped it all up and into a neat little present with a bow and everything. And guys, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this live just as much as I enjoyed coming up with the information. I always have so much fun coming up with the information. There's always some type of synchronicity that happens that I get to share with you guys. And I love coming up with the information, and I'm glad I came up with the idea and for my channel and everything. And I love being able to come and share it with like-minded people that are trying to focus on the positive. We know that there's going to be negative. Obviously, I go by the name Shadow Girl Sherry. There is light and there's darkness, but we can make them work together, and we can make it work and make our lives work. Our dreams, they're out there for us, right? That's the way I look at it. So with that being said, I am trying to figure out how to shut this live down, because it's gone well over an hour, but I had so much fun. But I got to figure out how to end the live now. I can't wait to see how many people, tuned in tonight. I want to start, telling, putting it in the clip, like, in the comments, like on my clips, and in the comments for the video or whatever, how many people joined for each live, so I can keep track of it. Because again, I know that consistency is a positive thing, and, I'm trying to be as consistent as I can, but it's about a balance too, because I have other obligations and things that I have to, I have to tend to, things that I have to, that I have to keep up with in life. But I'm trying to show up for you guys as much as I can. And it's always an ongoing journey. And I want to thank everybody that joined me tonight. I see a Royalty XXL has joined. Guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. This is Shadow Girl Sherry, and I am trying to figure out how to shut this live down. Guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this live just as much as I have enjoyed coming up with the information and delivering it to you. Okay, tap again. Okay. Look, and it's telling me to go longer and I'll have reached another stage, but I can't do that, guys. I've had so much fun, but I'm really hoping that I'm going to be able to come and join you guys tomorrow night for the new moon in Gemini. Because again, I, Shadow Girl Sherry, am a Gemini, and I've been wanting to deliver more information about Geminis, obviously because I am a Gemini, and Gemini is my experience because I'm a Gemini. But I've just been I've been so busy with everyday life. But anyhow, this is Shadow Girl Sherry, and I am going to be signing out. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. This is Shadow Girl Sherry signing out. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and take care.